Okay, again, this is the lineup, Aggie Sports softball offensive preview. Okay, make sure that you like, subscribe, um, comment, share, and really take care of this Aggie as we go forward in this softball season. Obviously, I'm going to talk more about baseball. That we'll do series preview for baseball, softball. Softball starts next week. Hopefully it's a little warmer next week, and it should be a good series. Also, today at 4, they'll have an open practice. Go to that if you can. I got to go pick up a kid and at school, and I don't live in the area, so won't be able to make that one. But hopefully you do. You can come up with some things on your own, and maybe you can post comments of what you saw at the practice below. That'd be awesome. Thank you. All right, but outfield is our next section, and so this is where it gets a little like, what are we gonna do here? This is where the mystery comes in, because Coach Ford, she can do whatever she wants. Okay, so what's funny is Frankie Frizzell is listed as an infielder on the roster on A&M's site. She played right field last year. Okay, she batted .330, right, and had a on-base percentage of around .380. Was very, very dynamic when she was on, but she struggled a little bit. But still hit .330 and on base, and played 29 out of the 53 games or started. So I think Frankie's going to have a spot. I really do. I think Frankie will have a spot. Now, the question will be left field, right field, center. Don't know. And that's what we're going to get to find out when we start rolling. Now, you might be like, well, where will she hit in the lineup? I'm kind of doing this down the lineup. I like averages, and so I'm doing it pretty much down the lineup with a little bit of a wild card. You're gonna hear that word here in a minute. We also have Haley Golden and Scout Lavelle, who could factor into this outfield mix. But I think what we could really see is Kelsey Mathis, who hit .419 last year in 9 games. I think Kelsey could take the step and be in the lineup. Now, Kelsey is right-handed power. You look at Kelsey and you think maybe gap to gap. Kelsey can go gap to gap, but I would say more straightaway power to left side pull power. I think that's where Kelsey hopefully has worked some things in her swing to where she can go gap to gap, oppo power too. Okay, so what we have to understand is Kelsey's fast. Kelsey can cover a lot of ground with Frankie, top-notch defenders, both of them. They both played right field, though, because, Kramer was in left, Allie was in center, and that was just like, that's what was going to happen. And so I'm sure some of y'all saw fall games and whatnot. I'm not breaking anything off the fall game. Like, don't care about run production, don't care about how they hit in the fall. I don't care because of this wild card I'm talking about. And about, people getting healthy, like Michaela Wark was getting healthy in the fall. Okay, so the outfield with Frankie, Haley, Kelsey, Scout Lavelle. Now, here's where we get some wild card action, right? We have a couple of freshmen and a girl who came in from Georgia. So Ainsley Gross, lefty. Piper White, lefty. Okay. Paisley Allen played second base at Georgia, adds depth in the infield, but could probably play center field or outfield as well. She batted .246 with a homer and 9 RBIs, 10 runs at Georgia her freshman year. So she could maybe possibly get out into the outfield. She might have already played in the outfield. Y'all might be like, well, hey, she plays outfield. We watched her all fall in the outfield. I don't know. Today's practice at 4, comment below. Tell me where you saw everybody. That will be more the determining factor for the games and the season preview against ACU, okay, and Providence and Tech. So I think the wild card, our fourth All-American could be here in AK-47. Okay, so AK-47, third base at Georgia. At Florida. Third base at Florida, sorry. Florida-Georgia line got me confused right there. At Florida, okay? So AK-47 can catch too. This is where the wild card it gets all over the place. She can catch. She can also said in an interview that she might go out to the outfield because she'll play wherever she needs to. And so I kind of see AK-47 in the outfield. Nobody has seen AK until today, unless you got some special privileges to get into practices and watch, because she's not been allowed to practice or play on a field. And that is what I'm talking about. You look at the fall numbers, and it is without a 300 hitter with close to 10 bombs and 30 RBIs at Florida on their World Series team. And you take that out of the fall lineup and you put somebody else in, well, that somebody else is not AK-47 and her ability to rake. So I think what we have to start understanding is AK can fit into this puzzle many places. Okay? So the outfield preview, there it is. And when we come back and we start talking about the next part of the game and the next potential part of the lineup, it'll be about catchers.